Hello, 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 Sky Kids. How is everybody doing today? Okay, okay, let's do that again. Let's do it again. I saw my button, it came to mind. Honk, honk, Sky Kids. Awesome to be here. Can everybody hear me okay? Do you guys hear me okay? It's important that you guys do because today it's a very, how to say, it's a very musical focused stream. So I really do hope that you guys can hear me. Let's go, Josu. Yes, indeed, you guys. Welcome. We are so sorry for last week, but we persevered. We got together. We thought of every single one of you guys, and we said, hey, how can our folks on TikTok, how can Casty Draws on TikTok not have this stream? How can That Devil is Sky not have the stream? How can Charlotte Cute not have that musical stream? So we will be doing that today. Hi, Tio. You cracked me up. Thank you, I suppose. All right, guys. No further ado. Let's do our thing as usual. Be sure to be following us on social media. You guys know where we are. We are everywhere. You can just look for That Sky Game across the board, whatever you use. We are likely going to be there. I do want to recommend, though, here on YouTube or Twitch to give us a follow, just so you guys can know when we go live. Some people on Discord the other day were saying, hey, we don't know when you guys are going live. Well, maybe you should go and subscribe so you can get a notification, okay? Before we go to our guests, you guys, and I'm sorry for moving along today, but there's quite a few things that we need to address. One of them is celebrating your life, celebrating your light, celebrating your birthdays. Is anybody celebrating their birthdays this week? TikTok, talk to me. Hello, Aurelia. Good morning. Well, good evening. Hi, Lumi. Yeah. How are you guys doing? Anybody celebrating years? Anybody celebrating one more year of life? Because we want to celebrate with you. You are loved. Your life is precious. Your life is important to us, to the world, and frankly, to me. So if we ever see each other out there, whether on a Sky Assembly, whether it's on a Aurora concert, know that you are loved. My birthday is on the 19th, lady. So, well, happy birthday 2 weeks in advance. I hope you'll take that. Aurora's concert anniversary, That Devil in Sky, you are very correct. In fact, I want to promote something real quick here for you guys. This weekend, December 8th, is the second year anniversary of the original Aurora concert in Sky, and to celebrate, the community's organizing groups Aurora 2.0 and SCACOG, yeah, SCACOG, if you will, who knows, and gathering Sky Kids around the world in game to enjoy Aurora's music together on December 7th, 10 a.m. then again at 10 p.m. BST. Keep in mind that's Pacific Standard Time. You can join in and hang out and enjoy the experience again with a very, very full server. And if you haven't experienced the Aurora concert with a full server, you have got to be there. It's one of the best gaming experiences I have ever had. It's one of my proudest moments in the gaming industry, is being part of that in some way, shape, or form. You guys have to be there. It's going to be unbelievable. It's going to be incredible. Okay? Do you guys get that? Did you guys get that? If you are going to that Aurora concert, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, let me know. Just posting that. I will be there, Tio. And maybe we can hang out together. Maybe we can fly together through the Queendom and, I don't know, cry. I cried a few times doing that. My mom was like, my mom was seeing the Sky Kids with the audience tag, and she goes, all I see are fairies. Where are you? And I'm like, oh, it's going to be a little difficult for you to find me, mom. But, you know. Estelita, perdón. But we have to keep this in English so most people can participate and enjoy this here with us. You're definitely not gonna miss it. Lumi on TikTok, I would definitely not miss it. Favorite Aurora song, Tio? That's a good question, but Exhale, Inhale is something else, especially in game. My fear of going to an Aurora concert is that the experience wouldn't be the same as it was in game because it was impactful. I absolutely loved it. Although I must say, Sagome, if you're watching this, when she played the seed at the concert, all I thought about was you, Sagome. So you were in my thoughts during that concert. So go hang out. And if you go to the concert, maybe you get to hang out with some TGC folks that might be attending too. So go wear your Sky Kid attire, your capes, your tiaras, your masks. Cool? Everybody got the note? Peguita, Clementine, did you get that note? Did I do it right? I hope so. I did it for you. Anyways, guys, I am here to invite our guest. So, with no further ado, Scott Morgan. Welcome. Welcome, Scott, to our stream.
Hi, it's good to be here.
It's good to have you. Thank you so much for being here, man. I've ever since I met you in one of our donuts or whatever, I'm like, I have to have this man on our stream, and I'm happy that it finally happened. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm delighted to be here.
Awesome. And I'm delighted to hear some of the music that you're going to bring to us. But before we get to that, Scott, I would like to chat with you a little bit, right? Uh, can you start telling us a little bit about your background and how you became involved with Sky?
Oh, yes. Okay, let's see. I so my daughter actually played Sky first. I had heard that they had. I had first learned not Sky. It was Journey actually. Um, I had heard that there was this game company. It was the first game company ever nominated for a Grammy, and that was Journey. And so when my ex-wife was looking for a game for my daughter to play on PlayStation 3, I recommended Journey, and she played through the whole thing and cried, and at the end. So that was kind of and then I played it myself. It was beautiful. So that was my introduction, and then some years later, I was looking for work, and I got contacted by the recruiting office here at that game company. So that was, and I was like, of course, this sounds like a great job.
And I hope yeah, I hope that you do have a good time with Sky. Hold on, I think you guys are hearing me double, folks.
Oh,
If you are, please let us know so we can adjust the audio. But Scott, you've been involved in very interesting projects in the past, right? Xbox being one of them, Roland being one of them, and one that Sky Kids, get ready, Dragon Ball Z. Scott was involved with Dragon Ball Z as well. And my question to you, based on your experience, Scott, how did it shape your approach to music and sound design for a game like Sky?
So Dragon Ball was a super amount of fun. I should clarify that on Dragon Ball, I was a music editor and a kind of a composer. So I don't really do that for Sky, but I do think it it really taught me how music and audio are used in media, and it taught me about like professional polish, like what the things that you hear, the problems that would happen in a production that is going to the public. So because that was my first like professional, my first professional audio job. So yeah, I mean, and then I guess I take some of those sensibilities with me.
And Roland too, right? Because I think it was on the anniversary last year when the Jam Station was first introduced. We had a collaboration with Roland, right? Were you just super into the Roland beats and how they sound like in order to make that collab?
Yeah, so that's an interesting story. Roland actually was an engineer, so a lot of that does carry over. It's and that was the music industry. This is the game industry, but there's so much that I got to go really deep in the audio work there. But when we were talking about this, we had this dance party for the TGC anniversary, right? And with the lights and the Michael Jackson kind of floors, tiles that light up. And I was like, well, wouldn't it be great to have the Roland TR-909 drum sound for this party? Because to me, that's like the ultimate party drum kit. And so since I had been a previous employee of Roland, I had the contacts to get permission, the license to use those drum sounds. So we managed to be able to license the TR-909 drum sounds for the anniversary party.
That's awesome, man. And it was a bop, I'll tell you. Like when the Jam Station was introduced, I was a fan. I am a very amateur DAW user and stuff. I'm not gonna call myself a producer by any means of the word, but I do try to have my fun. The song, you guys, that plays at the beginning of the stream, I made that, and so I like to have fun, right? But to you, how do you see the Jam Station enhancing the community experience in Sky?
I think it provides a great opportunity for players to collaborate musically. Um, I think the sheet music system can be a little difficult sometimes because of latency, but with the Jam Station, you're just you're just adding notes to a sequence, and you can both contribute to it, and if you're not able to perform as well, you can always create something that you've thought out and put beats together, and it allows you to play multiple instruments at the same time, which is something that you couldn't do with a regular instrument. So there's a lot of kind of different opportunities with the Jam Station.
And the thing about the Jam Station is that it's really user friendly, right? Like as you said, it's just inputting stuff and seeing how it sounds like. Do you have any quick recommendations or tips for people who are getting into music in Sky and using the Jam Station to do so?
Um, God, that's not how I thought about it. Let's see. I just for the Jam Station, I like to just start with the drum beat. I like to there's a if you own the Jam Station, there's a little dice button that you can click, and it'll give you a random drum beat, which is kind of fun to start that way. You don't have to think about it too much. Or you might just start, there's little dividing lines every 4 beats, and so you could tell where the beats are, and you could just, I like to go with the lowest note on the jam station or that particular drum, and just get a pulse going, dun, 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 or something close to a pulse. Maybe put a couple little funky things in there, but yeah. So once you get that kind of drive going, it adds some focus to your music and some groove. Um,
Nice. Nice. In chat, you guys are about to witness this. You are about to witness this. And before we do that, though, I'm going to have another guest coming in soon. And before I invite my other guest, I have two questions to you, Scott, and we can maybe address them together or we can separate them as you will, right? Music in Sky is everything, right? Early in the game, you go on and something shows up that says use headphones because music is part of the experience. Uh, how much in your mind and perspective does music affect the experience of a game?
oh, I think it has a huge an effect. Actually, it comes from, like, I think the quote is sound has more than um is more than 50% of the experience, and I think it comes from originally from George Lucas, and he's talking about the impact of that audio and music has on film and media, and it's just amazing to like it. You can actually find scenes from movies and things where the music has been removed, and you add that back in, and it's such a different experience. When I was working on Dragon Ball, um, you know, starting with a blank slate and then adding the music in, and then coming back and listening to it without the music, such a massive difference.
Yeah.
So yeah, it really just the type of music can change the whole feel of a scene, depending on what
Yeah.
music you put there.
When words fail, music speaks, right? That's what people say. And my final question to you, before we invite our second guest here tonight, do you have any advice for aspiring musicians or creators in Sky?
Um, oh, that's a good question. I would say if you're just starting out, and you're trying to do the performance thing, just take it. Don't get discouraged. Like, just take things slowly. Like, nobody's really great out of the gate. You just kind of, like, that's one of the things. I don't know. I'm gonna sell something I put into the sheet music system, but there's a tempo slider, and you can slow the tempo down of the sheets, like if you're into playing the sheets, and that taking things a little bit at a time, and slowly at first is such a big. I know it sounds cheesy because everybody says it, but it really is true. If you want to perform at a high level, then you just need to be patient with yourself
And
and really.
honestly, just have fun, right? Like it's all about
Yeah.
having fun and trying different things, right? Like let's see how this sounds, let's see how this works, and going with it, right? All right, Scott. Thank you so much, my man. And I'm going to invite our second guest in a second. Just before you guys watch this segment, just take a look at this. Well, of course, it didn't play, did it? But it will play shortly, you guys. Please bear with me, and I will play this for you guys. All that mystery for nothing. All that mystery for nothing. I apologize, my people. You guys are all good people. Thank you. I promise that I rehearsed this, and we'll see if we can get this going. Just 1 second. Bear with me, people. Please bear with me. I love you guys. Have I told you guys that today? That I love you guys? All right, check it out. Snowprism, welcome. Prism, not prison. I'm sorry. And Scott, come back when you can. Snowprism, welcome, welcome. We just witnessed you guys Snow performing at a live concert that we had during Skyfest. Snow, how was the experience for you? What was it sort of amazing? There were so many people watching you play and perform.
Yes, hello to you.
Hi.
Yes, it was definitely a privilege to be a part of the Skyfest concert, to even play music with the other four of the other very, very talented Sky musicians. Definitely were nerve-wracking at first, but seeing so many of your support and just seeing everyone being there, it was really encouraging, and it really enhanced the entire experience. Seeing everyone doing your little emotes, and we are a lot of people are still asking when I show them the concert clips, like, oh, how do you actually do this? And are you actually there on stage performing? I was like, yes, yes, we are actually right there performing live while being surrounded by thousands of Sky kids out there. So it's definitely a very unique experience.
And I'm very happy to have both of you guys here because that brings maker of and the user of who uses it to create things, right? So Scott, when you watch a video just kind of like what we just showed, right? Like somebody performing live, like in the Skyfest settings that we had, right? How does that hit for you? Like everything that you guys and your team has worked so hard to create, actually having people as talented as Snow, share a little bit of himself and his talents to thousands of other people live. Like not every artist has ever have that chance to do, right? And we are able to offer that kind of stage to people.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to see people taking advantage of the things that I've had the privilege of working on. Which I did the initial implementation of the shared memory system, and then there's been so many amazing performances. using that system. I'm just amazed every day at the things people do with it. And then yeah, it was actually the management's idea, but to take that tech and to make this live streaming version using that under the, I don't know if I should talk about the tech behind it, but it uses kind of shared memory code under the hood
It's all
to
good. But as long let's talk about the emotional part of it, right? Like it does
yeah.
have people like Snowprism. And I don't even know Snow if you actually perform in real life. It's a question that the chat has. You can address that. But again, to be able to perform in front of thousands of people, that might be kind of crazy. How uh, do you perform in real life, Snow? And anything that you would like to say, share, or ask Scott in the meanwhile?
Just to answer your question first, no, I have actually I have. When I was in high school, I have I have some musical experience, so I joined the harmonica club first, and then I joined the school band. It was primarily a marching band, but we also had some concerts here and there. So that was definitely my first experience performing live. I was playing the horn back then. I won't say I'm really good at it. So I ended up quitting the band, but it gave me some valuable musical experience to move on to play the piano after that. So I spent most of the time learning a piano, and that in turn, it definitely helped me with learning to play and like the musical theories and learning to play music in Sky as
Hmm.
well. So well, it I started playing Sky 4 years ago, and I've already known about the music system. So um I wanted to get a musical instrument ASAP. So I got the harp, and then been playing for uh, 4 years, and the rest is
Nice.
history.
You see, you guys, that's how you guys learn. 4 years of attempts, and I'm sure Snow, it wasn't easy in the beginning, right? Like it wasn't as fluid as it is now. I'm sure.
Oh, it definitely is a learning curve of trying to press the buttons on the controller to and trying to play some chords together. But you just gotta keep practicing, just keep at it until you get familiar with the button layouts. Oh, just a little context. I'm playing on the Switch, so still
Hmm.
playing music on the Switch right now
Oh,
with the
Switch
Joy
no less.
Cons.
Bless your heart, man.
Yeah, I know a lot of people play on touch screens, but I can't really do that. So I learned through the Switch Joy Cons. So I found a layout that I like and just keep practicing on it. And once you're familiar with it, like what Scott said as well, just take it slow, keep it slow and steady, and just have fun.
Just real quick, you guys. Maelstrom in the back. I think the server's full. If we can move servers so Scott can join us, that'll be really good. If you can help out on the back end as we are wrapping up the interview. And Snow, I believe you do have a few questions that you'd like to ask Scott. So please take the time to do that while we arrange being together in the game, please.
Okay, all right, sure. Okay, so hello Scott. Thank you again for uh, having me over here, and just want to ask some questions. It will be a mix of questions uh, about the jam station itself and then the musical instruments in Sky. So here's my first question. Okay, about the jam station, what is the biggest challenge of designing the music jam station?
Oh, the biggest challenge designing it. Um, I think I mean there were technical issues with the tech that we had underneath it that were definitely a problem, but that's kind of boring to hear about. um, I think the interactivity of it was also kind of a a challenge, just like you know how the seating works and which who can edit what on the notes and then yeah and then for the placeable version we wanted to make sure that we didn't drive people nuts with having this music flood the level, so we wanted to make sure that it was something that wouldn't be an annoyance to players. Yeah, and then yeah, how like the length of the sequence that you're playing, like how you want kind of immediate um feedback that you're doing something, but you don't want it, but you don't want it to get annoying for being too short either. So there's all that. There's a lot of
Yeah, I think that really worked for me as well when I tried to just play around the jam station. The uh, the time measure was just it's good enough for a good loop, and not uh, making it too long was definitely a good choice.
cool.
And okay, now for the
Eh,
next
In the
question.
meanwhile, Scott, if you can hold
Mhm.
hands with us in Sky, we're gonna go to the area. We already have myself and Maelstrom next to you. We are right there. Just take a look, and we should be in front of you. There you go.
Sweet.
So just step there, and Mal is gonna take us to the area. Okay, Snow, please go ahead.
Okay, right. Now for the second question. Okay, second, third will be about primarily musical instruments. So, are all the musical instruments in Sky recorded with their actual counterparts, or were they pulled straight from a software? Because I really admire how natural the violin sounds like in the game. So I wonder how much of the sound was produced from a real violin.
Right. Um, so I didn't do the sound design on the instruments themselves, but I could tell you that I believe that pretty much all of them are actual recordings of the real instruments. So that's how I would think most synthesized instruments these days work. You basically record an instrument playing that note, and then when they play it in the software, you play a recording of that note. So yeah, these are, I think by and large the light guitar is an interesting one. There's some interesting sound design going on that one. I don't know all the things that happen with that. It'd be great to talk to Jason Grace about what he did for that one. But yeah, that's a particularly interesting one.
Yeah, I definitely noticed the tiny details in the guitar where you hear a bit of that slide between the
Oh yeah.
notes.
Yeah, I think Ritz, our lead sound designer, did that. Um, it's cool stuff.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
actually
Snow.
even make them sound good in the music jam station too. That um,
Snow has one
definitely
more question to Scott, you
goes.
guys,
Mhm.
and then we will
Oh wow.
start jamming.
Mhm.
Scott, I think we already are in the area. Snow, you might have to join us. I don't think you are with us, but
I'm
just
trying my
as
best, but
no, all
mhm.
good, all good. If anything, we'll see. But please try to join us if you can. Go ahead and ask your question to Scott.
Okay. I think the server might be full though. But
Yeah,
okay,
it might.
here's my third question. Okay, so one last question. Now, aside from all the existing instruments that we have, which new musical instrument would you personally like to see being introduced to Sky?
Um, yeah, I know you said not existing, but I, I would love to see some of the electronic instruments from the anniversary be put in as real instruments. I think that would be one cool thing. It would be great to have um, more bass options. I don't know, like maybe an electric bass or I don't know, a tuba or something like that to fill out the bass options. some more drums would be cool. Uh, yeah. It would be great to do like a rock guitar, but those can be tricky because it when you play um a lot of notes together with a distorted instrument like that, it can sound kind of messy. So that's so there's design issues with that, but it'd be
I
fun
would
to have a
love that. I would love a rock and roll guitar in there with distortion. That'll be awesome. Snow, we may have some room in the server if you can try to join us. Still not. We had people leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely need more bass instruments. The cello is a good addition, but yeah, it desperately needs more love.
yeah. I think it would be great to have a I don't know a tenor section or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, you guys. We will try to merge together with Snow.
Okay, I am in.
You are cool. Snow is here. Yay! All right, guys. For now, let's leave the talk behind and let's let the artistry of Scott Morgan and the jam station come by so we can hang out, so we can jam, so we can dance. And don't you worry, you will also have a chance of hearing some of Snowprism and Maelstrom playing and jamming together. So with no further ado, you guys, let's go. As soon as I find out how to unmute my stuff. All right, let's jam. All right, Scott Morgan,
Yeah, I'm gonna
let's go.
start start throwing down some beats. Let's see. Should I talk while I do this or?
No, just do your thing. Talk it whenever you hear. It's just about the music now.
Need to get my audio. Had it muted for the. start building another. Oh, I'm having trouble opening it.
Hey Scott, keep building, but I would like to invite Maelstrom to take one gem station, Snowprism take another gem station, and as you build yours, I want you to go from one to the other and try to compose together. Let's try to do that. Keep building, keep building. I want to toss a challenge. I don't know if we have the Aurora instrument, but if we do, I'd like you to go over Snowprism's and Maelstrom's music and try to jam with the live instrument together. Let's see if we can do that. If we have one, I don't know if we do.
the dance.
Chat, are you guys dancing on your side? Let us know in the chat.
So when I focus on the sixth note here, that's minor.
A question in chat, Scott. Is the tempo only 4x4?
Sorry, say it again?
Is the tempo only 4x4 with the jam station?
Only 4x4. Yeah, we only do 4x4 time signature. If that's what you mean. Yeah. It's kind of locked right now.
All right,
It makes
guys.
it compatible with each other though. So
Yeah.
when you walk
Go ahead, Scott.
when you walk between them, they're all in the same time signature. It kind of ensures compatibility. That's one cool thing about it.
There were questions, Scott, in how to make them sound like, because each jam station loops, right? How do you make them sound like you're composing different beats to the song? You just walk between them, right? Like you compose on each of them and then you walk between them.
Yeah, so what I'm doing here is it's nice when you have a bunch of them because it plays whichever one you're closest to. So I'm walking between them just to hear whatever's going on in that jam station. And
Yeah. All right, guys, bringing the music down and bringing our guests back up. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Snowprism. Thank you, Maelstrom, for doing this for us. I would like us to real quickly, Snowprism, where can people find you and your music and your content?
Well, thank you for having me as well. I mostly stream on Twitch, so you can find me by clicking on my name in the Twitch stream title right there, and it's also in the link right there in the chat. I stream every Monday, mostly on a very different time zone, but that's where I also play different music sheets, sometimes even song covers. So people can make requests from a list of music there as well.
Awesome. And Maelstrom, I know you're not on camera, but thank you so much for doing this. And feel free to speak up and say where people can find your content. And thank you so much for helping out and supporting this lively music stream today.
yeah, thank you guys for jamming with me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Scott. That was an absolute pleasure. I love the sound of that. So yeah, Maelstrom here. I'm normally on Maelstrom Sky over on YouTube. I'm also Maelstrom Sky on Facebook. So come follow me in those two places. And yeah, I've just put out a new video thanking a truly wonderful set of the community. So go watch that. I've already shared it with them. Tears have been shed this morning, which was amazing. So yeah, amazing people, amazing community, and amazing tunes. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you so much, Snow. And thank you so much, Tio and Peggy, for organizing this. This was absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. And Scott Morgan, thank you so much for sharing a little bit of who you are with us, and sharing a little bit of how exciting the Jam Station can be. I'll bet you people in chat didn't know that we could go as hard on these beats. I was honestly just bopping on my chair because that was so awesome. Anything that you like to say to chat before we go, Scott? Say your goodbyes.
Keep making music, enjoying the game. Yeah, we'll keep trying to make it better and better and better.
Awesome. Thank you very much, you guys. I'm going to wrap up the stream and I'll talk to you guys shortly. And here we go, Sky Kids in chat. Thank you so much for hanging out, for bopping with us. I had a lot of time. I hope you guys did too. That was incredible. We have so many talented people on our community, and one day I'll be able to do a jam like that for you guys. But in the meanwhile, I hope you guys enjoyed me crab dancing to these awesome beats. Let's say quick goodbyes and just say thank you to several of you guys. So Deskai Silvos, thank you so much for being here with us. No Twist on Twitch. A Gabriels, thank you so much for being here with us. Gonna call some people here on TikTok. Klebal on TikTok, Anka on TikTok, Lizzie on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here with us today. My name is Tio, and I'll see you guys next week for a really cool stream with my only. Wait, I was gonna say my best friend, but I guess only makes me not so friendly. But yeah, my best friend Tatas are gonna be here with me so we can talk about the best of Sky in 2024. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say about all of that. With that said and done, thank you so much, you guys. I'll see you guys next week.